everybody, it's Stephanie, and I just thought it was time maybe for a quick update as to where we are with the RV renovation and the trip across country. I just can't even believe it, but there are only 35 days until we leave for California. Oh, there was a bug. I hope he doesn't come along. And we're to the point where we're just so excited we can barely stand it. We have the RV in the garage for one last trip. And what happened is we found out that the air conditioning unit over the bedroom doesn't function properly. It worked, but it didn't actually blow cold air. So we thought, since we're investing so much time and energy and blood and sweat and tears into this project, that we might as well just go ahead and replace that air conditioning unit with a brand new one. So that's what they're doing. They're also doing a few other small things for me. To be honest, if you've been checking out the weather here on the East Coast, it looks like, or it seems like, we have two weather conditions on a constant basis. Either it's pouring down rain or it's like 103 degrees. And neither one of those conditions makes it ideal to do things like fix broken vents and caulk the ceiling, or the roof, I should say, and projects like that. So I thought, you know what? While the professionals are installing the new air conditioning unit, I'm just going to have them go ahead and do a couple of those things for me as well. Things that I haven't been able to do because of, like I said, the weather has just made it impossible because we have to do all of our work outdoors. So there is another sort of really exciting change from our original blog posts about our itinerary, and that is our son and daughter-in-law, Christian and Carrie, whom we just love more than life itself. They have moved from San Jose up to Sacramento. Now, if I'm remembering my conversation with my son correctly, and please don't kill me, Christian, I think it's 2 hours north, about 2 hours north of San Jose, where they're going to be living now, as of August 17th. So that changes our trip just a tiny bit. It means that we're still going to come through Reno and enter California, but now we're going to pick them up in Sacramento on the day that we arrive in California, and then we're going to head south to that great reservation that we got on the Monterey Cliffs. If you guys remember my blog post, I think it was back in May, there was literally one site on the cliffs overlooking the ocean at this campsite, and we got it for our first night in California. So now it's really going to be great because we're going to be picking up our family and then heading down and just enjoying this, for us, amazing view off the Monterey Cliffs. Of course, they're used to seeing it. We're not. We've not been to California yet. So that's just phenomenal. The change is great. We don't care. It's made no noticeable difference in our itinerary, so that's just fine. Some other things that we are doing that are kind of like our final update for you guys. Once we pick up the RV from the garage on Monday, knock on wood, it's Monday, I hope they don't delay it, is when we're going to be finishing the interior. And it sounds like a long list, but we're hoping we can get it done in less than 2 weeks. But what we're doing is we're putting in new carpeting in the living room. I'm making new curtains. I'm in the process of that already for all of the windows. I'm slip covering the dining room cushions. And if you just read my blog post this week about the Duplicolor spray paint experiment, gosh, I'd love to hear from you guys to see if it actually worked for you. For me, it did not work at all. So I'm back to actually sewing custom slip covers for our dining room cushions, which isn't a huge chore, but it was something I hadn't really planned on doing. I've already got our decorative cushions made. They're all sewn and ready to go. And we have painting left to do. And then we're doing a really, really unique wall treatment. I'm not even going to describe it to you because if I do, it's going to sound kind of weird, I think. But I think once you see it, you'll see why we chose to do it. It's going to be really unique and decor appropriate. Is that the right term for our sort of sea theme? And it's going to be a lot easier than painting those faux wood grain walls, because as anyone with an RV knows, in order to paint those things, you've got to sand them, prime them, paint them, give them a second coat of primer, give them a second coat of paint. This is going to be a much easier method and a far more decorative method, and we're pretty excited about that. So I can't wait to show you that video when it happens. I think the last thing that is new for you guys is that we finally came up with a name for the sea breeze. It doesn't get a lot of points for creativity, but it gets massive points for being appropriate. We're just calling her Breezy. And because she, of course, has a sea theme right from the factory, and the interior design that we're creating plays up on that theme, Breezy is just ideal. And it's sort of, kind of, how we're feeling for the first time in our lives. We have just decided to cast care to the wind and make this trip across country, and come hell or high water, we are going to travel from Pennsylvania to California. So we really appreciate everyone who has come along for the ride so far. We really appreciate the encouragement that we've gotten from family and friends. A lot of folks are just amazed that we're even doing it, and I got to be honest, so are we. But we're going to have the time of our lives. I know we are. And I really, really hope that you'll continue to join us for the trip. As we travel, we're going to be posting videos. I'm probably just going to post real quick short videos from the cell phone each day, if I can, just to show you where we're at and how far into the journey we've gotten and some of the things that we see and do. So I really hope that you'll check back for those. And please do keep sending us messages. We have a Facebook page. We have, of course, our blog, goincoastal.info. And we have our YouTube channel, Goin Coastal. You can see our videos, comment, interact with us, so many different ways. Everything is explained on the blog, goincoastal.info. So please check it out. Please keep riding with us. Please keep sending your best wishes and ideas for our RV renovation. And that's the update for today. I will post a new video as soon as something new happens. Bye.